Wait, this is the boss fight? It's just the 3 things that I've already defeated? That's kind of dumb. That's really kind of dumb. So I literally just slam into them until they all die. Wow, that's dumb. But you know what? Cool. Easy final battle. I thought it might be something interesting, but nope, just recycle bosses. Never doing COD Classic, no point in it. Sure there is, it's hard. We all like hard games here, apparently. South Park: The Stick of Truth. Yeah, that game's always fun. Alright, there's our last trophy, gold. It's a long trophy name. And I'm proud of you, cowboy. Alright. Well, that's done. Not a bad experience by any means, just not aged particularly well. Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for the road to my 829th and 831st Platinum Trophies. Today's games are the PS4 and PS5 versions of Toy Story 2. So this is a PS1 game that is playable through the whole Classics collection, or whatever you want to call it, through streaming on here. Well, not necessarily streaming, you can actually download it. But anyway, this is a pretty quick and easy overall Platinum Trophy, so there's not too much to worry about with it, outside of the fact that the controls are quite a bit out. Not even just the controls, but the controls, the camera, and some of the platforming is a little bit outdated. So you're gonna be fighting with the camera, the controls, and all that kind of stuff at times. It's not that bad because being one of these classics, you can use the rewind feature whenever you want, which makes everything significantly easier because you can always just rewind if you screw up somewhere or start climbing up something and then things go badly while you're climbing. So because of that, it's not too hard of a platinum. It is just a very outdated game, so just keep that one in mind. So in terms of the Platinum Trophy, oh, nope, not that one, down here. So 829 was the PS4 version. I did it over the course of 2 live streams. Basically, all you have to do is you sort of go into each level. Each level contains 5 Pizza Planet tokens. Each of the 10 normal exploration levels do, and then 5 levels are just boss fights. So in each of the Pizza Planet token levels, you have to collect 3 specific tokens, but you have to collect a grand total of 40 throughout the game to access the final battle. So you can miss quite a few, especially some of the later ones that are harder. So in the very first level of the game, usually when it comes down to the tokens, usually there's one for collecting 5 of a certain item on the level. There's usually some sort of racing mission. There's usually a boss fight. And then there's usually like a couple other things that are maybe exploration based or something similar to that. So that's typically what you can expect from a level. So for example, the first level, you have to find and return the 5 sheep to Bo Peep. You have to win the garage race against an RC car, which that one you can actually kind of exploit, which is kind of funny just by jumping onto the car, the actual car in the garage. And then defeating the boss of the level, so that's what you do there. Second level, you have to find the 5 troops and return them. You have to win the race, and you have to defeat the boss. And then every 3 levels, you're going to fight an actual just standard boss fight. So this one's like a plane that flies around. If you can hit it with the charged laser, it does a ton of damage, but it's pretty easy to kill otherwise. Then when you get to level 4, you have to return the 5 little tykes. And then you have a miscellaneous one here, so a different type of sort of exploration type of medal that you can get. Just creating the paint by mixing colors is pretty simple, and then defeat the boss. Then you get to level 5. This one's a little bit different. You have to ride the balloon onto the trash can to get one of the tokens. And then you have to defeat the boss of the level using only spin attacks. There's a few trophies like this. But you actually can't get to that boss fight until you have obtained the grapple hook in like level 11. So you will have to come back to this one a bit later. Then this is the boss of level 6. Then this one, we go into level 7, so this is just a scaling a location type of mission, collectible, whatever you want to call it. Then win the race, and then defeat the boss. Defeating it without stepping on the green goo is pretty easy because, I mean, you can use the rewind feature if you accidentally do step on it. Then you have to find the 5 aliens. This is during the 8th mission of the game, as well as win the race and defeat the boss of the area. And then level 9 is, of course, another boss fight. Level 10. Okay, no, maybe it's level 10, I think, when you get the grapple hook, because I think this is level 10. So the elevator wire puzzle is basically the main objective of this one. It's sort of an exploration-based one. Another racing mission, and another boss fight. Then level 11 is finding the 5 critters and returning them. This one is, like, basically you have to run around the room and collect 5 items quickly, like within 30 seconds or something. This is probably the hardest trophy in the game, or one of them, maybe the hardest, just because the charge laser, if you get hit while charging it, you'll have to start charging it again. Plus, it's very easy to accidentally hit the boss with a non-charge shot because you have to fire it once to start charging it. So this was probably the most annoying of the miscellaneous trophies in the game. Then level 12, defeat the boss fight there. Then level 13, you just have to locate a collectible in a certain location. You have to do this one, which is another one where you have to pick up 5 items really quickly, and then defeat the boss of the level. Then level 14, you're only going to have to complete these 2 as long as you finished a few other tokens extra prior to this. You just have to solve a puzzle and defeat a boss, and then you just have to defeat the final boss, which is a combination of the previous 3 bosses, just fighting them all at once. The game operates on a life system, so you have health but also lives, and you can farm lives in the very first level of the game if you need to. You shouldn't need to, except maybe for the final boss fight, because you're probably going to die at least a couple of times during it. So now we have the miscellaneous trophies. This one can be done on the second level of the game. Just sink down into the cement on the little racetrack. This one's done in the fifth level of the game. And there's 4 lily pads you have to jump onto. You have to do it all in a single playthrough, but it doesn't matter if you touch the water in between or anything like that. This is done in, I believe, the 8th level of the game. There's a claw machine you have to use to grab a token. You just have to miss it 3 times before collecting it. And then this one, you have to speak with Rex in each of the open levels, so the 10 levels that are like normal levels, not boss fights, or not only boss fights. And then 9 lives at any time. If you don't get this naturally, you can easily farm a few during the very first level of the game. And then there's the PS5 version. It's the exact same trophy list. This one took me a little bit longer to get done because I earned most of the trophies in a single day. But I'm doing a platinum trophy kind of challenge where you're trying to get a platinum each of the 366 days out of like a leap year. So that's the only reason why it was kind of delayed, because I needed to get something done on the 16th. So with that, level 877, 14%, 28,900 total trophies, 831 platinums, 5,554 gold, 7,738 silvers, 14,777 bronzes. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments if you've completed this game or not, or if you played it back on the PS1 era, and I will see y'all back here real soon for another trophy video.